Welcome to the Mint Report, our wrap-up of the day's business news. Here are the top stories. Larsen and Toubro's profits race past expectations. Rupee falls to record low. And inflation rises in April. First up, India's leading engineering company has beaten forecast with its quarterly numbers. On Monday, Larsen and Toubro posted a better-than-expected 13.9% rise in net profits to 1,920 crores. Sales, meanwhile, shot up 21% to 18,461. Shares of the firm raced ahead 1.84% on the BSE, even as the Sensex retreated 0.47%. Larsen and Toubro's profits rose despite delay in project bids and a slowdown in orders, but the company expects to do brisk business this fiscal. It forecast a 15 to 20% growth in orders and revenue during the year. It said its key challenge would be to maintain margins in a volatile environment. And in other news, there is no respite for India's currency. On Monday, the rupee took a battering once again to end at a record low. It ended the day straight at 53.97 to the dollar. The fall of the rupee comes despite strong measures from the RBI last week that were meant to shore up the currency. And staying with the economy, food inflation has accelerated in April with prices of key items across the board going up. New figures show the wholesale price index rose 7.23% in April compared to the same period last year. In March, it stood at 6.89%. Inflation in India remains persistently elevated despite slow growth and high interest rates. Much of the latest spike was driven by food and fuel prices. While manufacturing inflation for April rose just 5.1%, that for food inflation jumped 10.5%. The situation with fuel and electricity was even worse, showing an 11% rise during the month. And with inflation on the rise, the chances of an easing in interest rates are receding. On Monday, C. Rangarajan, the Prime Minister's chief economic advisor, said the latest inflation figures would make it difficult for RBI to moderate its monetary stance. He added that policy action would be needed to tackle rising prices. And finally, Indian markets fell for a fifth continuous session on Monday with a weak rupee and high inflation weighing heavily on the bourses. The Sensex dropped 77 points to 16,216. And that's all we have for you. Thanks for watching.